this video, we are going to be covering some of the hottest NFT news you definitely don't want to miss. Now, before we go ahead and get started, make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so first of all, let's go ahead and look at what's going on in the crypto markets. For the most part, everything is pretty much moving sideways, especially over the last 7 days. So nothing crazy going on right now. I feel like when I watch different people on YouTube and stuff like that, people are feeling kind of bullish into crypto. They're thinking that they should be investing in ETH and, you know, holding it all the way to the bull run. So it has been a year since the bear really started and Ethereum like crashed, right, 1 year ago. So a lot of people are gaining some confidence. You know, all the people that left already have left and it's feeling kind of bullish. Now, could the prices and everything go down? Yeah, you know, there could be black swans. The US announces something and everything crashes. Yeah, that's a possibility. So just from my personal feeling, people are gaining more confidence in the market. But is 1.8, 1.9 a good time to buy Ethereum? I don't know, man. This is not financial advice, but definitely you want to check out different alpha groups and stuff to learn more about that. And by the way, if you want to check out a group, make sure to check out the Parallax Genesis. Link is in our description, where we talk about NFTs every single day. Now, going into NFTs are a little bit of a different market compared to like the main coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other altcoins, and also the meme coins and stuff like that. So for my general feeling right now, it's a little bit like risky to buy an NFT because the prices keep going down and more people are leaving NFTs to just buy Ethereum. So you definitely want to be careful about any project that you buy because it may or may not be the right time to buy. So it's really more about thinking which communities you want to be a part of. That's how I personally look at it. Of course, you could trade. It's totally up to you. Now, going into the projects, the first piece of news that we have is going to be Pudgy Penguins. So Pudgy Penguins is going to be IP brand, as we all know already, and they recently came out with this brand Bible. Now, I did take a look, so I want to share with you my perspective on this. So the whole point of the brand Bible is to encourage people who have a Pudgy Penguins to build using their IP, right? So you have a penguin, maybe you want to use it for an Instagram account, your Twitter account, maybe you want to make Pudgy Penguins coffee, right? And so they're trying to just lay out the guidelines to make it easier for you to know how to use their brand, so that's easier to work together. Going into the Pudgy Penguins pitch deck, in a way, they have to pitch to you why you should be using this Pudgy Penguin in IP in your business, right? It's just like any other pitch, right? They have to sell you on the idea. And they're basically saying that Pudgy Penguins is a popular brand. We have a lot of impressions, a lot of social media followers, as you can see. Sotheby's, New York Times, so on and so forth, which is definitely impressive. Fans everywhere, which is true, which is real, right? Definitely people hold Pudgy Penguins, give you engagement, so the penguins become more popular, and they are selling product. I definitely have talked to friends of friends who have seen these products in their stores and actually purchased it without even knowing it was an NFT. So the strategy seems to be somewhat working. The question I personally have, and the thing that would make this pitch even more convincing, is understanding how many of these views and impressions, right, all these Giphy engagements, all these social media followers, how much of that is converting into toy sales and merchandise and cups and t-shirts. Because if we knew that number and we knew that it was exponentially growing, then it would incentivize builders to want to use Pudgy Penguins in their brand, right? But because there's no revenue numbers, you know, it's just like impressions, and it's like, okay, well, do those impressions convert? And if you're convincing someone to build a business on top of your IP, you kind of need to know those details, right? And I understand, you know, maybe they're a private company, they don't want to reveal everything. I get it, but that's what I would need to see in order to feel more confident in building on top of the brand. And same goes for any other project who wants people to build on top of their brand, right? And then from there, there's going to be a brand Bible. And all it really is kind of like, if you did use your Pudgy Penguins, what is it like to work together? These are basically the colors and everything that you use, the fonts, just to make it easier for you to use their brand, right? You know, for me, when I look at Pudgy Penguins or even Azuki or Bored Ape or any other project who tries to do like a more decentralized style of IP, the question I have is for entrepreneurs to want to build on top of your brand or your NFT project, there's always a risk, right? Will this project be around next year? I mean, probably they will be, but you never know, right? The other thing is, if an entrepreneur has the skill to build a brand from scratch, wouldn't they want to start their own NFT project versus build on top of another person's NFT project and take that risk, right? There's a lot of question marks in terms of how it will work and how to incentivize the right people to build on top of these brands. I mean, the way I kind of see it is more like people who already have companies and businesses that generate revenue. Maybe they might want to use a Pudgy Penguin or an Azuki or a Bored Ape as another vertical line in their business, right? Let's say if they're already selling a bunch of coffee, maybe they'll do a special edition coffee using a PFP. An example would be, let's say, Happy Dad, right? Which is like a seltzer brand by Full Send, which is one of the largest YouTube companies in the world, I would say. So they have this alcohol beverage company selling seltzers, and they use the Bored Ape on top of that, right? So it's not as if they had to build an entire brand using a Bored Ape. It's just more like, hey, I got a Bored Ape, let's just slap it on the Happy Dad can and call it a banana flavor, and let's sell that and hit a certain market. So that's where I see more of this stuff going when it comes to IP for now, but in the future, maybe that will change. Now, the next piece of news that we have over here is going to be Artifact. This weekend, even though I was in Tokyo Tokyo last week. I'm going to go to Tokyo again to go to the Artifact special event at Geisai. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Event, which is kind of like an art event for up and coming artists. And then there's also going to be an after party with Artifact Hashi Murakami at the Shinjuku something, right? I'm going to be there. So if you're going to be there, if you're watching this video, hit me up. Down to meet other Clone X holders and stuff like that, Azuki holders as well, Parallax holders as well, anybody really in NFTs. So I'll be at these events, if so catch me there. And then I want to quickly talk about some of the clothes that Artifact has been putting out. So recently they dropped some of the, I guess not really a teaser because they already sold it, but like the teaser to get people excited for when the product comes. So these are some of the Murakami Drip product. In my opinion, actually the Murakami Drip ones look pretty good. Clone X has the forging event coming on with the getting the physical sneaker, which is cool for people into sneakers. And then when we're looking at the other clothes, for me, I'm not really feeling the other clothes besides the Murakami Drip, to be honest. I'm still waiting for my hoodie. It's been quite a while. I mean, it's not bad. I feel like it could be better, but that's just my personal opinion, right? There's always room for improvement, right? I think it's cool. Like its demon one's kind of cool, but again, room for improvement for sure. But anyways, I'll see you guys at the Artifact event. Still supporting them. Let's go. All right, so now we're going to talk about Meme Land real quick. Meme Land, about a week ago, they launched this trailer for their, I guess, is to get people excited about their PFP, right? So they're going this whole anime route, which is interesting because I would wonder, how does anime relate to a social-fi project? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, or maybe it's just to appeal to people, to get people excited. Who knows, right? There's not really a clear answer to that, but I can understand, like, maybe their audience is more of the Asian side and maybe they like anime and they want a PFP. I get that because I did the same thing for Parallax Genesis, right? Trailer's pretty cool. It's pretty high quality. It got a lot of people excited. A lot of people are drawing comparisons to the similarity of this other anime called Mermaid Melody. I'm not really familiar with this particular anime, but a lot of the scenes are the same. So if you look at Holding the Shell, they just kind of switched out the gems over there, as you can see, the beach and everything like that. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but they definitely took some references from that. So I wonder if there's going to be any official collaboration, or maybe they just pulled inspiration. It's not really clear, but that's quite interesting. And then there's going to be the teaser, which is almost like the naked teaser for the female PFP. I guess a lot of people are excited for this, but we'll have to see how it looks, right? So in other news, in the macro sentiment, some judges are saying that Apple's 30% tax mandate on iOS could be illegal, and they're saying like, oh, that could be good for crypto NFTs. I mean, this headline is kind of confusing because if the judge confirmed that it's illegal, then what are the changes happening, right? But I don't think there are any changes right now. Pretty much everyone knows Apple does a 30% cut for all in-app purchases that people make on the App Store, right? And that's their fee they take for providing discoverability. For a lot of these NFT projects and crypto projects, the reason why they're having trouble with Apple is because if they sell an NFT through Apple, Apple takes a 30% cut. Now, if they sell the NFT, let's say on their website, that NFT cannot be used within the application that they created for the iPhone. So it's kind of like if they're trying to dodge that 30% tax, they would have to sell it, let's say on their website, people mint, but you can't use it in the game or whatever the case is. And that doesn't make any sense because what's the point of minting out on your website and you can't use it in the game? So a lot of people are doing these weird workarounds where it's like you mint on the website, which allows you to mint another NFT on the app, which is free, but it connects to your other thing. And so right now it's like very gray, to be honest. And so a lot of these gaming projects, that's how they're thinking about dodging the tax, which is a little risky because you can get shut down at any time at the moment Apple catches on. But if the judge rules that, hey, you can't be doing this 30% tax and whatever, then maybe allow more flexibility for people to mint outside of the App Store so they don't have to pay that 30%. Maybe that'll make it easier, right? So like if you think about like a mint, let's say a project makes $10 million. Does it really make sense for Apple to take, 30% of that right off the bat? Very, very, very questionable, especially if the project did all the marketing outside of Apple's discoverability. So I'm following along to see how this goes because the moment the laws are clear, I think a lot of companies are going to jump on to take advantage of the new rules, especially if you are a gaming project. And so with that said, that's everything we got to cover for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'm going to see you in the next one.